So when it feels like there's a lot, there's a lot going on in one's life, karmically, socially, worldly, is that just a projection of someone's view?
No, it's actually a fact. There is a lot going on. There's a universe going on. But we have developed the ability to be very limited and only let a little bit of that reality come into our consciousness. But there's a universe. All the galaxies, all of the beings, all of the space, all of the planets, all of the star systems, the infinite. Although some scientists would want to put a number on it, but it's infinite. It's beyond. It goes into disappearance, right? Non-perception. So all of that is happening. So you can say you're projecting it, but it's a fact. It's all happening. But we choose to use a very small part of this scope that is the potential of the universe as the heart, or the heart as the universe. Most people are newcomers in the progression towards the reality of spiritual realization, and so they need not so much relationship, job, some family, of emotional turbulence and experience, a lot of suffering, a lot of doubt, a lot of unhappiness. So this is part of the development of the human being. It's got to go through the darkness in order to appreciate the light. So lives are generally about darkness conduction and management. Right? Bad energy, darkness, bad feelings, darkness, right? Bad dreams, darkness, bad relations, darkness, bad deals, darkness. All of that is what we learn from, not who we are, but what we have to pass through in order to, if we are open enough, we start to open the eye, we start to experience the greatness of being human. Not just the burden of being human. Most people assume that that's what it is. To be human is to be a burden. Right? It could be a good burden. It could be a happy burden. Some people are very successful, and so their burden seems to be lighter, but burden is a burden. Whatever you've got, whether it's a lot of or little of, it's still the burden. The burden is on you. Your perception is the biggest burden, let's say. So, false perception is a huge burden. So, true perception is getting closer to the reality that is, the human spirit. Mm-hmm. And peace. If you go through all the stuff in the hopes of finding some peace, not just creating more karma and more stress and more tension and more things to be running after that never gives you any sense of gratification. So, there's too much to do, and you just keep going around the treadmill, right, like a carousel. Or you say, no, I'm at peace, I'm here. Mm-hmm. I'm here and I am fulfilled with what I have to do, that I don't have to avoid, and I can bring dignity to it, and maybe find some happiness in the ability to be able to do what that is, to a good measure of maybe making not only my inner self feel balanced or pleased, but others. So it goes into the movement towards other liberation, not just self-liberation, but other liberation. We're here not just for self-liberation, except in the way of, well, you have to be self-liberated to be other liberating. You have to awaken in order to spread the message of awakening to others. If you don't know there's a message, there's nothing you can say about it. So, once you know for yourself, then you share it, because you say, no, this is the beauty and the brightness of being awake as a human. So, it's great. It's amazing. But not everybody wants to hear it. So, it's like maybe too much noise for some people who have to make money and do other things that have more to do with the appearance let's say, productivity, right? And creating for themselves tension and stress or karma and suffering it. But we need to know that suffering is not there as the reality. It's a passing condition. We go to sleep and the suffering disappears. And we have a peaceful moment and the suffering disappears. So it's transitory. See? It's impermanent. The whole karma of human existence is impermanent. So it's changing. It's always becoming something, and we hope the becoming is more about enlightenment than unenlightenment, darkness, unhappiness, and suffering. So we need more openness to the spiritual. See, the clear, the light, and the peaceful. It's here now. Here now is peace.